Everybody knows that most of the countries don't have an effective education system, but back in the days when I started my own side hustles, nobody told me that I even have to reconsider all the things what I have learned before. From childhood until I reached my master degree, I have been taught how can I be a good employee and become someone who follow all the strict rules designed by society. But let's be honest, school won't be able to teach you how to be a good entrepreneur. Therefore, it is unquestionable that you have to learn to think outside of the box as soon as you can. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that all kind of economist and business school aren't worthy. But the traditional school system won't help you to develop and also adapt an entrepreneur mindset because they don't try to teach you this kind of lifestyle. Now let me share with you 4 lies what I have learned in school, and later I realized that these kind of lies actually hold my business back. But before we go into the details, I have noticed that most of my viewers haven't subscribed to my channel yet. So if you haven't done it yet, please don't hesitate to do it, and also you can check out one of my previous videos. Learn everything before implementing. At school, we expected to learn everything about a specific subject before we enter into the real world. I am a big fan of preparation, and I strongly believe that this is a necessary part of success. On the other hand, expecting to learn everything from books before you even try is not the right approach, especially if you want to become an entrepreneur. Because of the explained mindset, I have seen so many times that people are afraid of starting a business. They tend to make countless excuses and running different kind of scenarios in their head why their business idea is good or bad. In the end, they tend to fall into the analysis paralysis and they won't take any action, or they are just simply procrastinating forever. In my opinion, businesses are complex and you have to understand that you can't learn everything about them unless you take actions. You can read thousands of books about economy, but if you never try out your knowledge, you won't figure out what is good for you. Theoretical knowledge is only one side of the story. The second half will come when you start to take actions and you gain experience. And how can you gain experience? Of course, through actions. Shortly, learn exactly what you need to know to start your business, but after that, don't hesitate too long. Just take a big leap into the world of unknown, into the world of entrepreneurship. However, keep learning throughout your business life as the world changes fast, so you need to adapt everything even faster if you want to live this lifestyle successfully. Attend on trainings, read books, learn new methods, but don't forget to take actions in the end. Focus on one goal. At school, all rules are clear and they are very simplified just to make sure that all the kids around understand what is their duty, to get the best possible grades. It doesn't matter how you get better grades, as this is the only way school system can evaluate their members. But is this approach also beneficial for your business? Just think about it. If you don't see behind the scenes, then you can easily slip over something crucial. For example, is it okay when somebody is reaching a grade with hard work compared to a student who cheated on the final exam? And what about the knowledge? Is it okay to get the best possible grade when you only memorize all the material stuff but you don't understand anything? I already mentioned that the world of entrepreneurship and businesses are complex, and I think that you can't simplify everything with one simple goal. So here is a very straightforward example. If your company is only focusing on margin, then it can result very poor quality. On the other hand, if you don't keep your eyes on the production costs, then the cost of the goods will be too much and it won't be profitable anymore. Being an entrepreneur is like standing on a seesaw. You have to find the perfect balance, otherwise one side will be overwhelmed. Don't make mistakes. At school, if you don't know something regarding to the subject, you will be penalized because of your mistakes. I think in business you can actually learn more from your mistakes than from your successes. A successful entrepreneur knows that making mistakes is a natural part of their learning and growing process. Therefore, you should embrace them instead of worrying when a problem occurs. And I know it can be challenging sometimes because today's society every time try to tell us that even if we make a mistake, then it is a huge failure and you must be ashamed of it. People want to see the downfalls of successful people and they are looking forward to grab the opportunity to find them in such a vulnerable moment. We have to understand that we all make mistakes, but it's only up to us how we perceive them. I clearly remember when I started my first side hustle years ago, after a few months of success, products started to come back to me because of their poor quality. I was angry and upset and I blamed my customers. But in reality, this problem showed me another way for improving myself. After I realized my customer needs, I started to look for another supplier, placed order on their side, and in the end, I gave new products to my previous customers as a compensation. They told me that they have never met before a perfect and excellent customer service and they wanted to share their stories between their friends and family members. Nowadays, I still have customers from their networks because they clearly remember still how I treated them despite the issue. And this is exactly how you can learn from your mistakes and how you can transform them into opportunities. Just don't let your fear hold you back. So the recipe is very simple. Just take actions anytime when you see that something is not favorable for your business. So next time when a new problem appears, just don't start to consider it as an issue, but rather ask from yourself, what does this situation try to teach me? Don't copy. At school you have been taught that copying from your classmate is cheating. But in the world of business you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up always with original ideas what the world haven't seen yet. I think this is another huge mistake what people tend to make anytime when they are considering starting a business. They convince themselves that their idea is not original and they will fail because there are countless other participants who are doing exactly the same what they want to do. But here is the real deal. Even if the market is full, there is always room for improvement. You can be the next entrepreneur who can fulfill the customer needs the fastest. You can be the next entrepreneur who can provide lifetime warranty to the customers. Or you can be the next entrepreneur who can sell the products on the lowest price. Certainly, copying doesn't mean that you have to take others' copyright protected work. It means that you copy a certain business formula what you have seen and place into your own circumstances. You can learn a lot from these kind of formulas because you don't have to make the mistakes by your own, which can be avoided anyway. All in all, my opinion is that in the world of business, it is completely fine to copy from a successful competitor in the beginning. As time passes, you will slowly add your own circumstances to the formula, and in the end, you will come up with a new version which is based on your own experiences. So that's all for today, and that was the 4 lies from school which can hold back your business. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to show some support, subscribe to my channel, check out my previous videos, and see you next time.